Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a nice sunny afternoon. I'm going to start here at the top where the tank building will be in the future, following the water's path down to the pond. Let's take a walk. Ranch is looking a lot better since that little bit of rain it got. Definitely made everything come back to life for the most part. Little flower bud coming out on that one there. All the lechuguillas look a little fuller in their leaves now, along with all the prickly pear. A few of the resurrection plants are still open slightly. It rained about 5 days ago. These are getting a little bit more moisture due to that sediment right there as the water flowed this way. All the ocotillo leafed out nicely. There's a nice resurrection plant right there. See this little prickly pear here, still needs some more water, still pretty dry. May not make it. And we could use a good bit more rain here to get everything back where it should be. Definitely help. You see this whole area is just, all those upper elevations are rock, so the water doesn't really sink in too much here. It just sheet drains down. The water flows out onto my road that I built here. Bends that part where the road goes back up. It's channeled right beside this rock. You can see the water flow right there. A little bit of sediment collected right here. Flows right around this rock, dumps down on the side of the road here, and I haven't got the chance to build that other little leaky weir, but it's coming. And so that water follows the edge of this right through here. The so tall looks quite a bit better. All this is rock, there's solid rock here. The water pooled all in here. You can see it looked like it came all the way up to about right here. So it had about 15 centimeters, about 6 inches of water through here. On the back side of this big leaky weir that I made. It's about 25 foot across and 24 inches here, about 60 centimeters. So down here at the bottom of it, it drops off pretty good. Let's walk down here because that's where the water went. Try not to do a face plant on this solid rock here that has what you could consider razor blades sticking out of it here. Yeah, this stuff will cut you right open if you fall on it. We've got a nice, happy, plump, prickly pear there. Pads look like they're full. Got some wildflowers there. It's Indian paintbrush, parasitic plant. Nice happy ocotillo there, getting some of that residual moisture. You can still see some moisture coming out right there from it. Still need to build another one, probably about 25 feet this way. Right before we get to those other ocotillo, I'm gonna build a nice big one across here to catch any water. Once we get a good hard rain event, it's gonna come through here. You can see the water was flowing through the rock though. You can see that's washed down sediment there, and some of it puddled right here. See the cracks in it. Good bit of silt washing down through here. And if I had that other leaky weir right here, it would have captured that, or most of it anyway. There's some grama grass there. A little bit more there. Some resurrection plants under there that's protected from the sun. Had a good bit of water flowing through here. Nice, healthy sotol there. There's our building coming up on. We got water flow over here and some water flow right there. It wasn't real heavy rain though, so it didn't do any major rock movement or anything like that. Some of that sediment pooled right here, right in this area. Still see a little bit of moisture right here. Good little buildup of organic material. That's the scrub oak leaves mainly in there. And it continued down. This little pocket still got a little bit of water in it. A little bit of water flowing right there underneath the rocks. Now we're in the main creek that feeds the pond, the South Creek. The water's traveling down through here still. Another little pocket of water. It disappears under the rock. This is what I call the hot tub. During the summer it's a hot tub, during the winter it's a ice tub. It holds water for about 7 to 10 days depending on how much sunlight and wind. Got a couple little tadpoles there in the water. Hopefully they can do their process before it dries up. Still going downhill. See, all the plants are looking a lot healthier in here. This skeleton leaf goldeneye looks a lot better than it did last time I was here. Creosote's looking a little better. Got enough rain for the creosote to decide it could bloom again. Got some blooms on this one. This one will stab right through your pants. It doesn't look like it, but those are thorns. Tar bush is coming back to life. These have a mild, powdery fragrance. I'm not sure what they are. Maybe I'll find out soon. Catcall acacia looks pretty healthy. Viscous acacia bloomed out a bunch of new leaves. This is one of the healthiest Yucca Faxonianas I have around here. This thing's going to turn into a 25-foot plant eventually. This one doesn't look bad. This is the one I transplanted from about 100 feet that direction. Got a little Christmas cactus putting out a lot of new growth. Here we are on the top side of the big leaky weir before it dumps into the pond. All these plants are looking real good. They've got plenty of moisture to pull from. More skeleton leaf goldeneye. Got some early flower buds fixing to come out. I'm thinking right here is going to be a perfect spot to plant one of those Phoenix dactylifera date palms. It should have a pretty good chance to live even though I'm not here to water it. That water still has a good bit of moisture right in here. And it's slowly seeping through the rock, making it into the pond. All the grass is looking good and healthy in here. There's our honey mesquite. One of the ones we're turning into a tree. It's growing good so far this year. It's growing about a foot, about 30 centimeters. That's some healthy looking green leaf five eyes. I know the quail, we've got scaled quail here. Really like these. Like to eat them. There was a considerably large snake skin over here. We'll take a look at that real quick while I'm here. Not sure what type of snake it is, but that's a pretty good size skin there. It was probably 1.5 inch diameter at least. Seeped out of the rock right here and traveled along. Dumped into the pond. Beautiful sight. Well, I think that's going to be it for this one. If you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help speed this project up, there's a few ways to do that in the description of the video. Buy me a coffee is one way. There's also Amazon. Every little bit will get me a little closer to being here full time and making this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.